San Quentin State Prison is home to the nation's largest death row, housing nearly 750 condemned inmates. But California has only executed 13 prisoners since the death penalty was reinstated in 1978. And no executions have taken place in the past 10 years due to legal challenges.
Yeah, it's hard to deal with, every day, that thought that, one day you might be executed. But it's a lot of people just here, you have people here 20, 30 years.
California is one of 3 states voting on the death penalty amid declining public support for capital punishment and a sharp drop in executions. Voters will decide on 2 competing ballot measures in November. Proposition 62 would abolish the death penalty and replace it with life in prison without the possibility of parole.
The death penalty system doesn't deliver on its promises. It's broken. It's broken beyond repair, and we just have to let it go.
Deon Wilson's late husband, a California police officer, was killed in the line of duty in 2005. His killer, Irving Ramirez, remains on death row. Wilson initially supported the death penalty, but changed her mind after much research and soul-searching.
Him dying wouldn't bring back my husband. It wouldn't undo all of the horrible things that I went through and that my children went through.
The other ballot measure, Proposition 66, aims to speed up executions by limiting inmate appeals.
We're talking about people whose crimes are so egregious, so heinous, that the state has determined that that's the proper punishment for them.
Mark Klass's daughter, Polly Klass, was kidnapped and murdered 23 years ago. Her killer, Richard Allen Davis, lives nearby at San Quentin.
To get very personal about it, this for me is about ensuring that the guy that murdered my child meets the fate that he deserves.
Death penalty opponents say speeding up the process could lead to executions of innocent people, jam up the courts, and be very costly to taxpayers.
Hopefully they do get rid of it. They say they gotta save money. So I advise them to read carefully and make sure you know what you're voting on.
As Election Day approaches, these condemned inmates now wait for voters to decide their fate. Terry Che, Associated Press, San Quentin, California.